The year is 2023, and Valve just released
is Counter-Strike 2.
With the release of CS2 came massive changes. Updates to the graphics, changes to the smokes, and FaZe Clan is at the #1 team on the HLTV rating. Today, FaZe has only won a single tournament in 2024 and is projected to be in the bottom top 10 by the end of the year. So what happened? Why is FaZe struggling to keep up in a scene that they were once so dominant in?
These are your champions! No one does it quite like team spirit. Katowice, your champions. The future of Counter-Strike. Team spirit.
The first tournament of the year was IEM Katowice 2024. This tournament is considered one of the big three in the Counter-Strike scene, and if you win it, it's a big deal. During this tournament, FaZe went almost undefeated against every team except for Team Spirit, who beat them in the upper bracket final and the grand final of the event. This was due to the rise of a kid prodigy by the name of Donk, who exploded onto the scene posting a 1.70 rating at this event, which is the highest rating any player has achieved during a tournament in Counter-Strike history. FaZe Clan were seen to be the favorite team during the entire event, even when Donk was posting up his insane performance. And in the grand final, nobody knew how to counter Donk, leading to FaZe's downfall. However, making it to the grand final of an S2 event isn't a bad result for FaZe. And better yet, the biggest event of the year was coming up, the PGL Copenhagen Major 2024.
To lift a major trophy in CS2, your champions of the PGL Copenhagen Major, it's Na'Vi!
Back-to-back grand final losses at major events for FaZe Clan. Their run at Copenhagen didn't go as smooth as the run at Katowice either, losing to Heroic and Eternal Fire during the beginnings of the tournament, but later on making a comeback and managing to make it to the grand final, losing to Na'Vi that had zero expectations to win the major, later proving themselves throughout the rest of 2024. However, this was their second grand final in a row that they could not convert into a win. But, as long as they were making deep runs at events, everything looked fine in the FaZe Clan camp.
But it is the final boss of CS2 in FaZe Clan to get in their way. A dominant game, a dominant 2-0. All day it's FaZe.
Rosen was the front man on this final map, so he should be the one to lift the gold. His first gold in the FaZe jersey. Your champions of IEM Chengdu, it's FaZe Clan!
This would be FaZe Clan's only trophy that they have won in 2024. And as you can see, it is a fuck-ass Mickey Mouse trophy. While the Perfect World Shanghai Major is still going on, it does not look likely that FaZe will win this event, although being in the playoffs. While this is an event that many top teams participated in, not many cared for it due to it occurring 1 week after the Copenhagen Major, leaving many with burnout and in need of a break. This event allowed for underdog teams to shine, however FaZe rained on their parade and took home the trophy in convincing fashion. Following their win at Chengdu, FaZe would go on to place 5th through 8th at EPL Season 19. Making it to the playoffs is considered the bare minimum for FaZe in this current state that they're in right now. And they were eliminated by Vitality, which is another top 5 team in the world. So this loss is understandable for FaZe.
But today, this week, it's all about G2. They are walking with destiny. The Intel Extreme Master Champions Dallas 2024. It's G2.
FaZe would go on to lose to a G2 which had a stand-in, filling the spot of their IGL who had to attend a family member's wedding. One small issue with the stand-in though. This player hadn't played professionally for almost 3 years. However, he was an American, and the tournament was in America, leading to G2 getting the most insane crowd buff imaginable and winning the tournament.
He's touching the opponent, but G2, they're rolling right through. And a wondrous week ends with G2 as champions. Stewie is back home, and G2.
This was an inexcusable loss for really any team that lost to G2. And this marks the point on FaZe's career where people start to realize there is a real problem within their system.
And get past Frozen, top performer right now for FaZe alongside Rops. Anything's possible, but with him winning that first fight, the box starts to shrink for Thor. They are trapped in this site. Backs against the wall. They have to scrap for the win here. Captain Mutierrez, can he do it? 2 kills connect, but they know where he is now. It's not a guessing game, it's an aimers game. Mutierrez, 31 years old, looks to leave his impression in the leg, says one more! Oh!
Mind-melting from Mutierrez.
IEM Cologne is one of the big 3, being on par, if not better, than the Major and IEM Katowice. This event is nicknamed the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, and doing well in it is a big deal. SAW, underdogs of this story, made a big deal. FaZe, I mean, they made playoffs, but as you saw in that comeback, SAW kind of crapped on them. And SAW is a top 20 team, but they weren't expected to beat anybody in the top 10. But FaZe showed us that they are capable of being a good team in this event. But also, they made really bad plays against teams that they were supposed to be winning against. Allow me to read off some events that FaZe competed in and did complete crap in. Blast Premier Fall Final, 3rd through 4th, out of 8 teams. IEM Rio 2024, 7th through 8th, barely made playoffs. Blast Premier World Final, again, 5th through 6th, out of 8 teams. ESL Pro League Season 20, they placed 13th through 16th, out of 32 teams, losing to Complexity, a North American team that is kind of booty cheeks. FaZe, not looking good for the future. Roster moves are gonna have to happen. And I hope to God that they replace Brokey, because goddamn, that man stinks. Kerrigan, more like won't win again. Rain, more like can't beat Pain. Brokey, more like garbage. Rops, more like Robin not cool. Frozen, more like the only good player on FaZe. Neo, more like P.O. Boom, roasted.